Red flags in relationships. Number one, if you go out on a date with somebody and they talk poorly or they talk trash about their previous partners, congratulations, you're with someone that thinks everybody else is the problem. And if you date them, you're gonna be the problem as well. Every time that someone belittles, resents, or talks poorly about a previous partner, no matter how many good reasons they may have had, you're in the presence of someone that still sees themselves as a victim. And I'm not saying that people don't go through some very horrible things and that sometimes they're at the mercy of someone that is borderline psychopathic and narcissistic. But what I'm saying is that everything in life we are co-creators of. If you want to date a person with whom a conscious and healthy relationship is possible, you need to be with someone that is willing to take responsibility for the way in which they contribute to their own life. And if they cannot see how perhaps they contributed to their previous relationships going sideways, if they don't think that there was anything that they did wrong in a relationship, chances are that that was the reason for the breakups and the heartaches and the pain. So, number one, do not date someone that talks poorly about their exes or their previous partners, because very soon they're going to talk poorly about you. Number two, dishonesty. The moment that someone is lying, even in small places, it is very difficult to have a healthy relationship, because honesty and trust are the foundations of any relationship. Meaning, if I cannot believe that what you say is true, that you mean what you say, how can we have any kind of relationship? How can any of our commitments be worth anything? If I cannot trust that your word is true, then everything that you say is going to evoke anxiety. You say something nasty, I'm going to feel bad. You say something beautiful, I'm going to feel hesitant. Like, does she mean it? Does he mean it? So the moment that you start catching lies, no matter how subtle, in the person that you're dating, is the moment that you really have to reconsider if you want to go down that hole. Because very often a person who's lying to you is a person that has not learned to take responsibility for their life. Meaning they can't own what they want. They're afraid of being judged. They're afraid of being themselves. So they will accommodate and become a chameleon just to please you, just to manipulate you into liking them, even though their truth may be very different from what they're portraying. And that leads to a lot of nastiness, a lot of ugliness, and heartbreak. And the worst part of that is that you will know that part of that was your fault because you saw it coming, because they were lying from the beginning. Number three, there's a lot of chaos and confusion. This is especially relevant for women. If the person that you're dating, the person that you're in a relationship with, creates more anxiety around your life than he or she does a sense of stability, support, and like a subtle, peaceful, humming vibration of love, chances are that you're joining a codependent and maybe toxic dynamic. Why? Love is not strong highs and strong lows. This is attachment. These are cycles of fear, entanglement, attachment, deprivation, compulsion, rejection. This is us going through cycles of trauma, of pain, trying to get out of a lover the attention, the validation, the approval that my dad or my mom did not give me. Trying to get my self-worth validated by the approval of the men or women that I meet. And when I don't get it, then it pokes that wound, my childhood, that place that feels very familiar. And then a part of me feels this strong compulsive desire to close that loop. Meaning I'm gonna chase it, I'm gonna make sure that I fix them, that they like me, that we end up together. Because I cannot stand the feelings, the emotions that come up when I'm reminded of something that happened in my childhood. And all of this may happen unconsciously. You may not even be aware of this. But most people, most of us have gone through the ups and downs. And we know that it is an addictive cocktail. It is very pleasurable at times and also very painful some other times. And love is not like this. Love has pleasure, it has intensity, but it's an intensity that is sustainable and that is constructive. It's not overwhelming. It doesn't leave your nervous system fried and destroyed. In fact, it is restorative. True love starts restoring everything. It's extremely healing, meaning you start getting your diet in order, you sleep better, you start developing better habits, you develop better friendships, your career improves. If you run your own business, you start having greater balance between working, serving others, taking time for yourself, making time for your family. Love starts to restore everything around it, while compulsive passion is a very destructive force, often rooted in hedonism, short-term thinking, and trauma impulses. You can have incredible passion in a loving relationship. In fact, I think you can have a greater one than the short bursts that you get to experience and the little glimpses that you go through when you are in a chaotic, entangled relationship. But it requires that you make a good choice. Making a good choice means that you start to differentiate when you're starting to drown into chaotic attachment and when the person that you're with offers a space of restorative love. And number 4, and this is very quick, it is not symmetrical. This is one of the greatest red flags. If you want it more than they want it, it's not for you. If you're a woman and you find yourself having to push for a date to happen, having to sort out the scheduling, the planning for him, cut it out. You're going to end up in a lot of chaos, a lot of nonsense, a lot of frustration, questioning your self-worth because he's not proactive about taking you on dates. The truth is that there are no such thing as mixed signals. It's just signals that you want to ignore. You want to pretend that he's not giving you that signal or she's not giving you that signal. There's no mixed signals. You know where you stand, and you stand in shaky territory when you're wondering this. So do not chase love, ever. Once I read only shitty lovers like liquor need chase, and I think this is true. Of course, a healthy partner, there's going to be a certain pace, a certain healthy progression and evolution of the relationship, the connection. It's not going to be just all in, all out right away. However, there's going to be this sense that you're both really interested in making it happen. You're not dragging each other around. So this is connected to the previous one. If you feel that you're dragging the other, maybe you're acting out of a wounded place. So I hope this was useful. Choose love that is aligned, that is honest, that is responsible, that is clear, and that allows you to feel like they want it as much as you want it. These are green flags. I hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll talk again soon.